Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Alfonso Chavez for Camera64, your home for great tips and tricks. And today we're going to be looking at some pictures that I shot a few years ago of Miss Miranda Hendricks. I don't remember if it's been a year or 2 years ago, but anyway, this is a great family, and they have been more than gracious in allowing me to photograph their daughter. I think for 3 or 4 years now, maybe. She's been fantastic in front of the camera, and so I was here at my house going through some old drives now with everything going on with the coronavirus. I got a lot of extra time on my hands, so I was flipping through one of my drives, and I came across these set of pictures that was from a football game, because Miranda was a cheerleader. Well, not a cheerleader, she was a starlight, but anyway, the point was that I came across these pictures, and I actually never did anything with them. I took them and I parked them on my computer and haven't done anything with them. So I decided to go through those 400 or 500 pictures I shot that day, and just pick out some good ones that I thought that the family might like. And so what I did is I just said, well, let me go ahead and bring these into Lightroom, just give them a quick little touch up here in Lightroom. So that's what we're going to do. And just so that you're aware of it, guys, these pictures were all shot in the JPEG format, which is what I normally do for sports or any kind of like church events or any kind of events where I'm going to be taking tons of pictures. Unless it's a wedding or something really important, then I will shoot in RAW. But these were shot in JPEG, so there's not a lot that we can really do to them. Not that I don't want to do a lot to them. The cameras do a pretty decent job with them. So what we're gonna look at is I want you to notice when I'm flipping through these is that the camera sometimes can be all over the place, and that's because well, you're in a stadium and there's some dark areas, some brighter areas, and some really dark areas, and so the camera sometimes will get it wrong. So that's what we're going to correct today. So I'm just going to make this really quick. It's not going to be a very long video. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. Most of these are going to be just exposure corrections, and the way I do exposure corrections is by simply looking at the histogram up in the right hand corner right up here, and that'll help me to determine if that picture's exposed correctly or not. And for newbies, I want you guys to know that sometimes when you look at pictures on your monitor, and it'll appear to be correctly exposed on your screen when you're looking at it, but even me with a color corrected screen that I work with, I still always use my histogram, because if the histogram is pulled all the way to the right, then you're going to get nice bright pictures. If it's not, even though it may appear to be correct on your screen, it's not. You're gonna end up with a dark picture. I know, because I went down that road and I had those same issues in the very beginning. I couldn't figure out why I kept getting dark prints. So that's the reason why. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this. I'm gonna do these quickly. And so this very first picture, we're gonna start with the exposure. We're just gonna pull that up. And all I did was I just cleared that little area right there. Colors appear to be correct on these, so I'm just going to let these go. Same thing here. You see this area right in here at the edge? I got a little bit of space, so we're just going to bump that up just a tad. Just like that. Also, another thing, when I'm looking through pictures, I guess as a professional photographer, I'll see things, or I can know that there's going to be issues before I even kind of get back to this stage and start the editing. But one of the things that I know that my camera does, and that gives me more on my 70 to 200 lenses, which is what I'm using, it's the first edition, so it does a little bit more moraine than a newer lens would probably do. So there's always something that I have to look out for, and it's nothing more than a purple fringing around the edges of high contrast. So since this design on her shirt goes from really bright white letters to black, you're going to always have that in there, so I'm always keeping an eye out for that. What I do is I just come down here to lens corrections, defringe, just pull this over until that fringing goes away. And also, now that I'm really close, I can also notice that I know that her shirt is black, so then the fact that it doesn't look black to me is a big tip off that the colors are not correct in this picture. So it's either going to be temp or my temp, and I just happen to know for a fact that it's my temp on this. It just needs to be warmed up a little bit, and by warming it up, you can see that her shirt, of course the train would come right in the middle of my recording, but now her shirt is black. And yep, we got a nice picture. Looks good. That's it for that one. We'll jump to the next one. So on this one, just an exposure bump. That's it. Same here, exposure bump. Nothing fancy here. Exposure bump on here. See how quickly these go, guys? So now here's the picture that immediately, I don't know, I'm going to give you all a second here to try and figure out what you think is kind of got me looking a little cross-eyed at it. And well, it's the fact that the picture is not straight up and down here. So I need to correct for that. See how that goalpost is not straight up and down? There you go. I don't know why that is with me. Lines always catch my eye for whatever reason. I guess I just like everything straight. Same thing here. It's not much. So we're going to go in here, straighten up those goalposts on there. Right there. And brighten it up. And so they're in the middle of the field right there. You would think that that area would be nice and bright and that the camera would get that correct. But I guess because the backgrounds are kind of dark, the camera is still getting this off by about a stop here. This is a fantastic picture that I like. The Hendricks family getting crazy up in the stands for their young lady. And I love the fact that they have my big fat head. That's a fat head I made of her. It's about 36 by 40, I think, or somewhere along those lines. I don't remember the exact measurements, but this is Miss Lola and her crazy husband Nick. Yeah, he's a little crazy, as you can tell, but they're great people. I love everything that they've done for me. I appreciate it, absolutely appreciate it. But that looks fantastic. Same thing here. We're still, as you can tell, the theme here, the colors are actually pretty accurate for the most part. So all of these are just getting a quick boost in exposure. That's it. Some of them as much as 2 stops. This is about a stop off right here. And also Miranda doesn't look upright to me, so I'm going to just bump her up so she's standing upright. There you go. Another exposure discrepancy. And again, she's kind of looks like she's falling over to me, so I'm just going to straighten her up. There you go. Easy. Easy peasy. Still exposure bumping right here. Just like that. And here she's she's already done her show. She's back up in the stands hanging out. And also this particular area, she's not in the middle of the stadium anymore, which is where most of the light is at. She's underneath that overhang of where the seats are at, and so this is a really dark area of the stadium. So again, it reflects in the picture. All these shots were about 2 stops underexposed for whatever reason. The camera just didn't get it right. And here they are under the stands. They're getting ready to go out. On this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and use the angle too, because I can never seem to get these right. And you just mark a spot, and then you pull it to the other side where you think or you know it's supposed to be straight, and it'll straighten it out for you right there. Perfect. And then just bring the exposure up on it. Perfect. Looks great. And here's a couple of examples. You know, she's out there dancing, and again, this is the middle of the stadium, so this is the brightest part, and the camera gets it right for a couple of shots here. This actually doesn't need any adjustments. This one doesn't need any adjustments. Look at my histogram. See how nice that is? All my information is in the center of the histogram up there. Same thing here. Looks good. Looking good. Look at that nice big smile she's got. She's having a good time. That's fantastic. That's good to see. I always liked sports, high school sports, because it was everything to me. It was more. I think high school sports for me was just way over the top. It was something I really needed. I really enjoyed. I love the camaraderie. I love the knocking people's heads. I knocked a lot of heads back then. Playing football, loved it. Here we go. Just a really nice half exposure bump there. And then also I got about a half a stop. Well, no, it's a little bit more. So that'll be it on that one, and that's it, guys. Essentially that is it. That's 23 pictures, and it took me what, maybe 5 minutes to get all that done. And again, these are JPEGs, they're not RAWs. What does that mean? That essentially means that you don't always have to shoot everything in RAW. There's going to be situations, especially when you're shooting for like the church, or you're shooting a friend's I don't know, a baby shower or something like that, and you can anticipate the fact that you're going to take a lot of pictures. Then hey, those free jobs like that, shoot them in JPEG, get them in, get them out, and get them quickly edited and back out to them. They will appreciate it, so that way next time when they do hire you for something that's more critical, then you can use RAW. RAW gives you a lot more latitude. There's a lot more things you can do, a lot of more corrections. But JPEGs here in Lightroom, for color correcting, it does a fantastic job. If you need to do exposure corrections, it's great for that too. So that's what we do. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. So I'm gonna get these pictures together. I'm gonna be letting Miss Hendricks know that these are ready to go, Lola, and I'm gonna go ahead and make her some prints of these and send these to her. But I'm also gonna be posting these pictures on Facebook. It just gives me something to do, guys, because right now I'm just bored. This coronavirus thing's got me going crazy. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and bring this to an end. My name is Alfonso Chavez, and I run Camera64, and we are here to help you guys. If there's something that you want to learn in Lightroom with more detail, let me know. If you want to learn some photography, let me know, guys. I'm here. I want to get this channel up and running, and I hope that you can be a part of it. And it's really simple to do. Just drop me a line. There's plenty of ways you can get to me through the website, as well as on my YouTube channel, or even through my Facebook channel. Please let us know if there's something you want to learn or would like me to talk about. Let us know. We'll be more than happy to do it. So until next time, guys, you take care. Bye bye. My God, I had to clear my throat. Bye bye.